Hey there, my name's Charles. You're watching OSN Home. Today I am looking at floodlights. So they're these 3-inch floodlights, and I bought a couple of them. From Harbor Freight. Also a wiring kit here. Light bar wiring kit designed for all Aftershock LED off-road lights, and it basically comes with two options. Option one is wiring in a light bar. Option two is wiring in 2 cube lights. Well, I'm choosing option 2, and so I've got a couple of these, and so here we are. I bought these from Harbor Freight. I think they were, I want to say, about 20 bucks a piece, which was pretty reasonable compared to what it was going to cost if I bought the factory offered option from Ariens. Is the brand of zero turn I have. This is an Ariens Apex 60 zero turn, and so basically this zero turn doesn't come with lights of any kind on it. So it's an option that you have to purchase aftermarket. Of course, they prefer for you to purchase it from them, and from the last time I looked, it was certainly a lot more expensive than the $20 per light, and I think this wiring kit was maybe another $20 or $30. So I'm pretty sure it was more like in the $200 range. So basically that's what I decided to go with. Also, I'm not really for sure where I want to mount them at. Maybe out here, maybe out here. Those are a couple of options. I'm not too awful picky. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. I was gonna pop some of these open, look at how everything hooks in regarding the lights and the wiring kit, and then also I actually ended up picking up these high-powered magnets from Amazon, and so there's 2 of them, but and again, these were bought from Amazon, so pretty inexpensive. I think they were about $15, $16 for the pair. So, but they are pretty strong. There was no weight, like capacity or amount, but I will tell you this: I got them stuck together a little bit ago, and I had to take a screwdriver to get them apart. So I know, and they also had a lot of good reviews on Amazon too. So I felt pretty good about it. So we'll see how it looks. I'm gonna get everything opened up here in a bit, and I'll kind of show you what I've got going. All right, so I've got everything opened up, just kind of making sure that I mean, it looks like a pretty easy plug and play kit. It does have some owner's manual, safety instructions. It looks like a pretty good wire, length of wire, so that's good. We've got like a bracket that could be pivoted, so that way, like for example, if I wanted to put it on the front here, like here and over here, that then I could have the light not facing straight down, that I, would pivot it. I think those magnets are pretty strong, so shouldn't be a problem no matter where I want to put it. I just know that I'm not going to be putting it on top here because of this, or on top here because, I mean, my feet are out here a lot, so I mean that's going to be a hindrance. I feel like up here is actually a better place. Anything as you get more towards the side is more likely to end up some type of damage or getting knocked off or whatever. So yeah, anyways, I mean, I really do like this mower. I've had it for about 2 years now. It's been a stout, strong mower. But I've got about 6 acres or so, a little over 6 acres of mostly cleared off property. So, I mow all of it, mostly just to kind of keep the critters down, but on the property, and it's a lot more enjoyable that way. We'll go ahead and bring out the first light, and I was looking at these online before I bought anything, and they had some pretty good reviews, and looks like you just slide it right. There's the bottom side of it. There's a lot of fins. I'm noticing that right away. I don't know if my light's good enough here. Maybe I need better lighting over on this side. But this is the bottom. Obviously, this is the front. But you've got these like ribs, and I really think that that's going to really help dissipate heat pretty well, which is always a good thing. So I've got a little update here. I've been getting these all, the brackets all mounted onto the housing here of this light, and also, I mean, I really like, I mean, these magnets, they are strong. So they are made to basically be mounted up to a bracket like this. I mean, they come with a screw and I mean, a lock washer and everything. So it makes it all that much more easy. Like I said, it's a 2-piece magnetic light bar mount. Serial number 1003352. I'll just put that up there if you want to see that, and so that way you can, if you are interested in ordering that, it's definitely, I mean, I'm happy with the construction and everything so far. But so basically, I've got both lights mounted up and everything, so that'll be pretty easy. I'll just have to decide kind of where I'm wanting to go with those, and then I'll just tighten it down on each side. And I think I'm looking at going probably up here and over here. These are floodlights, not spotlights, so I'm hoping that they'll get kind of a wider area. That's my understanding. Now, as far as this wiring kit, I need to kind of take a look at that and see, because it's got two different packages of wiring here. Fuses in here too, looks like. So that's good. And we've got some instructions. Wiring kit. It does come with a switch right in line. A relay, the fuse goes, fuse block, we've got a positive, negative. Yeah, we got a switch right here, so that's cool. And you know, not for sure exactly how I'm going to run this, but I do have a little spot for lights right there, but of course that's factory style lights, and it's like a little rectangle port, and this is what you can see, round. So I'll have to figure something else out there. It's not that big of a deal. If it doesn't look all that factory, I'm gonna be okay with it. But the main thing is just having these wires so that they're not gonna get kinked or pinched on anything as I'm lowering and raising the deck. So that's the concern I've got with how I'm gonna run these, and I might have to do a little bit of trial and error until I figure it out. I could technically cut a little hole. There's a little spot up here. Not sure. I'll have to figure that one out. But we've got all this. We've got plenty. I mean, that's, I'm glad that it's enough. And see reference charging manual for proper fuse before use. That's definitely good. Alright, let's go to the fuse location right there. There we go. We got a relay here. Let me see. I'll find a good spot for this under there. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking my battery location is basically kind of down on this side. So screwing it in there, of course I'm it might be better to wire it in over here to switch it, is what I mean, to wire the switch into that side. I just have to drill a hole or something, but I'm not the type to have a cup in that cup holder. I'm gonna kind of just take a peek, because this is kind of right here, I'm thinking. Across here, up through here possibly. I just plan on zip tying this. So I mean, I can definitely be careful enough to probably run a wire right through the top, on top of this, and yeah, that's probably not really easily. So yeah, I've got plenty of options to look at. I think this is going to be a pretty plug and play. I guess that's the words I'm looking for. Yeah, so we're choosing, like I mentioned before, it's got wiring diagrams for option 1, which is the light bar, and option 2, which is the 2 cube lights. And so it just pretty much shows you right there. Makes it really easy. I like this. This is where option 2 comes in. Which splices into two separate lights that way. So that's that. I like it. Making it easy. So easy a caveman could do it. Yeah. That ages me a little bit. Or a lot. I don't care. Wisdom with age, right? Wisdom with age. We've got that. So we've got the female end, if that's even politically correct to say anymore. Again, don't care. There's the male end. Bada bing, bada boom. And then 2 kids, there you go. There you have that. So you lock those together. And this is great. We're gonna look and see what it says as far as the fuses go. And I've got fuses, but we'll see what it's saying for this as far as fuses go. Okay, wattage 15.1, right? Oh, these are submersible. Right there, I think. Maybe you can pick that up. Somewhere. Where? Right there. 15.1. Makes it easy. So 15.1, that's going to put us right there in the 5 amp range. So up to 30 watts. So we've got that. And 2 lights fuse rating. But that's going to put us, what, 15.1? I mean, 30.2. This is up to 30. Maybe we should do a 7.5 just to be safe. Wow. I really have to math. This is my day off, dude. What's that? Let's put the rest of these real fast. Okay, well, let me figure out what I'm going to do, and I'll catch you guys up here in a minute. Hey guys, back for an update on the whole installation of the lights here. I'm going to actually reposition that a bit. Basically, I got pulled away yesterday evening, so I wasn't able to finish what I started. So come back out here this evening to get it finished up. Basically, I got it all, or what you'd seen me do was get the bracketry all set up and the magnets, and they were mounted there. And basically, I was kind of in the process of routing some of these wires around. About the biggest issue for me really isn't the hooking everything up, is for what I'm using it for, this lawnmower. I have way too much wiring for what I need. I understand this is probably meant to be for a large variety of applications, but as far as that goes, I mean, this really is a plug and play type of setup. Probably about the biggest issue I had was deciding where I wanted to mount the switch. And so I had thought about mounting it over here on the side, someplace opposite of all the other switches. But basically, you know, then I kind of had to worry about my fuel filler neck is on this side over here. So um, I'll kind of carry this around and kind of show you what we've got going here. Basically, of course, you know, seeing the there we go. Yep. Seeing what we've got as far as the lights go here. So, you know, nothing new there. I kind of pointed those out yesterday, but I just, again, lots of extra wiring when it comes to this. But ran this across, just lots of zip ties used, and I haven't finalized everything. I've kind of left everything to where I can still move it. I kind of want to use it at least once before I decide for sure before I finalize anything. But yeah, zip tied it there, and then I've got a whole lot of extra that I kind of tucked in there, and I could definitely, more than likely, and this is what I'm thinking, I'll most likely do is just trim the wiring down and splice them together so that it's a lot neater, because there is a lot of extra right there. Um, so that's that. Of course, that was right here's the spot where it plugged in to go from, like, if I was just going to use one light bar versus two floodlights. But so yeah, there's a lot of extra right here. So from here on out, again, a couple zip ties, no problem. Actually, I'll probably come on over to this side of things. Um, and I'll kind of show you from this side. Of course, we've got, you know, everything I did route up through that side over there. And of course, there's the battery, positive, negative. Again, a lot of extra wiring there. So I just bunched it together and zip tied it to kind of secure it where it's going to stay under here and out of the way. Then I kind of fed this through here and here. Mounted my relay right here. Ran the wire to go underneath. So, and of course, had a lot of extra that I just zip tied, and I actually just screwed the zip tie in right there, at least for right now, just to keep things out of the way and make it a little bit cleaner. But yeah, so this was the spot where it originally was set up for a light switch to be mounted. So what I ended up doing was cutting out the inside of this like little plastic housing, so to speak, and I ran the wires up through there, even though it doesn't really fit down in there. And if I would have pulled this plastic out, this was too small to fit. So nothing really worked out perfectly, but I figured this was about as close as I was going to get to it looking close to, you know, factory. So that's that. Everything's working well now. It's clean-ish as far as tucked away and all that. And so basically, you know, just flip the switch. There it is. It's pretty bright-ish for what it is. It's not very dark out yet, but it's getting there really, really very soon, actually. And so what I'll do is I'll take it out here in just a moment, and we'll have a look and see how it does in the very when things are a lot darker out there. So yeah, we'll catch you in here in a few minutes, and we'll see how it looks out on the lawn. All right, so we just pulled outside.
kind of starting to get dark. It's just about 9 o'clock at night now. Actually gonna turn on these lights. Definitely notice the difference right away, clearly. That's a pretty big difference. Like I said, these are not meant to be a spotlight, but rather a floodlight. So mainly just trying to get a somewhat, a little bit wider of a path. But yeah, I mean, so far I'm happy with it. It's certainly more than what I would have really, or all I would need. We'll put it that way. More than what I would need, or at least as much as I would need. Yeah, I really hope that this mic is picking up. Lightning bugs are out. Yep, see some over there. Forgot to mention earlier, or I tried to mention it, but this that I was trying to, I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Basically, this right here that I was just seeing another video. This is actually a shipping dock. The man that lived here before us apparently ran a produce company, and so he did just like shipping and receiving from right here. Trying to make it through here. It's good to see how well I can see. Yeah. Anyway, so that was kind of a little bit of a fun fact for the property. Yeah, I'm certainly nowhere near a farmer by any means. I work as a nurse. Just trying to figure things out as I go. Just like most people probably are trying to do as well. Couple acres or so that I need to mow, but you know, the darker it gets, though, I mean, you know, you can see, but man alive, what a difference this is. You know, if you go from, turn it off for a moment, so you do that, you can see, it actually looks a lot brighter on camera than it does in person. It's almost like night vision looking at it through the camera. But you know, give it another 30 minutes or so, then you really see a difference because, like we're looking north right now, and you know, of course, you look off to the north, you can still see bright sky, and you start looking off more to the west, and you know, you still see bright sky. And then you start looking off to the east, and it still looks pretty bright on the camera actually, but it's a lot darker in person. But anyway, I'll turn the light back on, and then it's just like, wow, right away. I mean, not a problem at all seeing what you need to see, and could easily mow out here. And of course, the main thing is that it is significantly uh, nicer, cooler out here right now versus what it was earlier today. So you can see big difference that makes. Between that and this. Really nice. So there it is. Hope you guys, at least to some degree, let me pull in here and park it for a minute. Alright guys, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Maybe, if one of you are thinking about buying this same product from Harbor Freight, I think you should try it. I'll give an update video here in a bit and see how well it's holding up. So with time, fingers crossed, it'll still be working and I'll still be able to use it and everything like that. So anyway, thanks for watching OSN Home. My name's Charles. Come back and watch, like, subscribe, all that stuff. All right, thank you.